y'all are smelling your fragrances, picking out your most favorite one. I've gone and gotten the order. I've come back, and now, which one is your favorite, Jonathan? I've got Northern Woods, I've got Baked Apple, and I've got Eucalyptus. What do you like the best?
Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus is my favorite too. Alright, all you do is put a little few drops in here, and Daddy always says to squeeze, not to squeeze, to shake it like a salt shaker. All you need is a couple of drops. And y'all let me know when you smell this to make sure that you like it, okay? Because, and I'm going to say this from a dealer's perspective now too, even though I'm supposed to just keep on going. Okay, because right now, the reason that I like to start out with the one that they pick out the first is because I want to make sure that they like it. The whole point in this is to make sure that, make the customer want it. And Jonathan, I want you to want this so bad that you pay me for it. Right? That's so good. I want you to want it so much that you pay me for it. And then I'm going to tell you how you can get it for free. And so, if we like that smell, we're going to want it. Sometimes, Cheryl, people will pick something thinking that they like it, and it might be like that berry we were just talking about. They think they like it, and then when they put it in, it's too sweet. It's overwhelming. Notice people's body language. Every single one of you guys, I noticed when I put this in, it was a good thing. If it's a good thing, then I'm going to keep right on rolling. But if it's not a good thing, it's very easy to change these fragrances. Okay? And it's neat to show people how, oh, you don't like that. Well, watch this, because this is this is a really good one too. Let me know when you smell this one. This is the Baked Apple. I like to use this one in the kitchen, because this is called a Rainmate. Watch everybody's facial expressions to make sure they like it. When everybody is good, you smell that? Alright, wait until y'all tell me when you smell it. Make sure you like it. She's grinning. What do you think? I like the Baked Apple. Baked Apple is a good one for the kitchen.
You know, I smell it. I do like it.
You like it?
It's holiday time.
It's holiday time. It is a good holiday one. Do you smell it? You like it okay? Y'all like the eucalyptus better? What do you think? Be honest with me.
This gives me the hot cider effect. It makes me think of
family.
It
is like a hot,
makes me think of Christmas with my family.
It is. And so this is awesome for that. The first thing that people notice when they walk into your house, Caitlin, is the way that it smells. It's not how neat and beautiful everything is. It's a gorgeous house, but it's the way that it smells. And so if you've been cooking fish, bacon, collards, something that lingers, this is awesome for cooking odors. Head odors it's great for. We used to have a cat litter box, and when you walked into my house, you had to walk through my washroom, and that's where we got the litter box. And even though I changed it all the time, you can never be too sure. And it's awesome. Anybody that's got pets, cat litter box especially, definitely needs the Rainmate, because the first thing you want to smell when you walk into your house is not cat litter. This is awesome for that. With the eucalyptus, and I'm going to go back, because this is so neat how you can go back. You don't have to change the water. Let me know when you smell this one, because now, using the eucalyptus, cooking odors, pet odors, cigarette smoke is good for, but using the eucalyptus with it, it's also a cool mist humidifier. Now, when I was growing up, Shirley, you remember the steamy kinds? Used to make the bottom of my bed wet. My mom had to put a towel underneath it. This is a cool mist humidifier, which is what doctors recommend now. It doesn't have any filters up inside of it that you have to worry about growing anything. Very easy clean up, old water out, new water in. But the eucalyptus just helps you open you up and breathe. It's a very clean smell. It is just refreshing. It's a good one to put in if you're have a headache, or if you have a runny nose, if you're congested, if you're coughing. Run it beside your bed at night. And it just constantly puts out that smell and opens you up. My grandmother used to love Vicks. This is basically our version of Vicks. And I like it because of the constant hum too, Jonathan. It just makes my kids relax and go to sleep. It's just like a fan running. Or, reminds me of rain on a tin roof. It's that light, pure patter of rain. Okay, we sell these for $125. We don't like to sell them, we like to give them away. Caitlin, you're helping your mom get one because you'll let me come over and show you the rainbow today. And if you want to get one, all you have to do is exactly what she did. And send me to 4 of your closest friends or family members. The very first thing that I want you to know is that this is a referral sheet that I've made on you, Caitlin. And you're doing it for your mom. Anybody that you put up here, I want you to ask them first. And make sure it's okay for me to come over. There's a little spill on the back of this, and I want you to utilize this, because I'm a firm believer in that you can get people to do whatever you want to. It's all in the way that you ask them. and your mom asked you to do you a favor, and because you're your mom, you let me come over here. But if I had asked you, you probably wouldn't have let me come over here. And Caitlin, we know that with Rainbow. Jonathan, there's people that will let you come over because it's you. If you ask them to do you a favor, they'll do it for you. And that's really how our program works with Rainbow. We don't spend a lot of money on advertising on the TV, on radio. We do spend a lot of money on advertising though, but we like to give it back to our customers. And so we spend all of our advertising money on people like you. Just like we're giving your mom the Rainmate, we give you one for sending us up to people also. And I love that about our business because you just can't believe what you see on TV or what you see on radio. But when my mom recommends something to me, or when my best friend, whoever it is that they're looking for, you can trust that person. And I'm the type of person where I don't put my name on anything. And if you see something that you like today, I can promise you this. If you'll put your name on it for me, I will represent you well. And I will do a good job in your friends and your family members' homes. And I want you to know this. It doesn't matter to me today if you purchase this Rainbow. I'm so excited about showing it to you. I get excited about showing everybody the Rainbow. And I get credit just for being here. Everybody that you send me to, I get credit just for being there. So there's no purchase necessary. Now it is yours, and I don't want you to think that we don't get paid when we sell it, because we are commission paid. But I love the way our program works because we get credit just for being there. So send me to some people, and you can get one of these Rainmates. This is just one of the things that we give away. 4 people is all it takes. Right now, I just want you to think of people that you think will do it for you. When you're thinking of people, I need to show people just like yourself, Caitlin. I need to show a husband and a wife together. Now, both of those people do have to be present for my show. They need to be gainfully employed, comfortably retired is fine, and they need to be owning or buying their homes. Now, Caitlin, not everybody fits inside that box. Shirley, there's a lot of people that don't. And I'm going to tell you how it is. If you were to come to my house and show me what I'm getting ready to show you, if my parents were divorced, then they're not, but if they were, you would have to go show my mama. You would have to go show my daddy. My brother was very comfortably single for a long time, and he was an awesome candidate to take a look at this product. I think everybody deserves to see it. I am so thankful that my parents saw it when I was little, when I grew up Rainbow style. And so I want you to try to keep it husband and wife, gainfully employed, buying their own home. But if you know somebody that doesn't fit inside that box, wait until after I do my show. That way you'll know more about what it's about. And if you think that that person is a good candidate, please write them down. Because I just think that everybody deserves to see this. And I think it's just a compliment to be put on this list. It means somebody loves you. It means somebody cares about you. And I also think of it like this. I happen to love comedies. I just love to laugh, Jonathan. And when I see a good comedy or a good movie, I'm like, you gotta see this. I think it's good to spread good. I think there's a lot of bad out there. And anytime you can spread good, let's do it. And I promise you, at the end of my show, you are going to be so thankful that your mom thought of you and loved you. It just means somebody loves you to be put down. I thought of cleanliness. And when I thought of cleanliness, I thought of you. It's a compliment. So think of your 4 best people, and I'm going to run outside really quick and grab the Rainbow, and I'll be right back. Alright? We're going to go outside, and we're going to go get the Rainmate. And when they come back in, they're either going to be right or they're not going to be right. And then here's what I want you to recognize. Sometimes, especially if people have never seen the Rainbow, they might want to see the product first before they start writing. And that is completely legitimate. That's okay. If every time we're doing this, if people are not writing, it's usually they don't feel comfortable yet. And if we spend a little bit more time establishing rapport, then we'll get them writing. Most of the time, that's what it is. They either don't like this or they don't feel comfortable with us. And if we pitch this for everything that it does, there is something that they can use this for in their house. And if they can't use it, it's $125, they can give it to somebody. It's a great present. Normally, it has to do with us. So establishing rapport is a big thing. And if they like us, they're gonna be writing. And so when I come back in, Shirley, let's assume that you are writing. Anytime somebody does what I ask them to do, I am going to praise them because people like praise, right? Everybody likes praise. And so if I ask you to do something and you're doing a good job, I'm going to tell you that. I'm a big high fiver. Shirley, I high five all the time. If that come back in and you're writing, I'm going to say, oh my gosh, Shirley, I'm so excited. Good job, girl. Who do you have there? You look like you had a lot of friends. You know, or I'll flip that. If somebody's not writing, I'm like, Lord have mercy. I knew you didn't look like you had not one friend. Let me see if I can help you. You know, and I'll make a joke out of it because everybody has somebody that owes them a favor. If they're not writing, we can help them with that also because who do you know that has breathing problems, has small children, is a cleaning fanatic? Who owes you a favor? Your neighbor looks like that's their yard is almost as pretty as yours, but send it to your neighbor, you know, and get their ball to turning. When they come back in and they are writing though, praise them, and that's a good thing because we want to get four names from the people. And here's the way we're going to do it. When they're writing down their names, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, Caitlin, here's the deal. I've got to show 4 people in order for you to get this Rainmate. Now, before we even go show them and call them and set them up, you've got to call them. So when you call them, I want you to say it like this. Okay? 2 things I don't want you to say is, number 1, I don't want you to say, are you interested? Because really, were you interested before I got here? And they'll be like, no. And nobody likes a salesperson. I don't like to be considered a salesperson. And yeah, we are in sales, but you know, I'd rather be perceived as a mom or anything but a salesperson because remember how people feel about salespeople. Not until we're ready to buy do we need a salesperson. And if I ask you to buy anything, no. And the cool thing is I get credit just for being here. And so I need to show 4 people for you in order for you to get your gift. I want you to call them first and make sure it's okay for me to come over because nobody likes a random call or somebody just knocking on the door. And so we like to be respectful of people's time. Everybody will get the vacation up front just for looking just like I gave you. And if you can get me into those 4 homes, you're going to get the Rainmate. And you got to call the people within the next 2 days, okay? If you call the people within the next 2 days, it's taping. It's okay. I'm already nervous though. If you call the people within the next 2 days, then we're going to give you 4 fragrances to go along with the Rainmate of your choice. I think, Jonathan, one of them needs to be the eucalyptus because it's nice to have that one on hand. It just opens you up. Doesn't it just feel clean in here just having it run? But you get to pick 4 of your choice. Once I show the people, you get your Rainmate. If you can get on the phone tonight while I'm here, and here's the thing, it takes me a few minutes to get everything put together anyway. If you get on the phone tonight while I'm here and get the 4 OKs while I'm here, I'm in such a big bonus too. And I'm one of those people, Jonathan, that the prize could be for this eucalyptus right in there, and I want to win it. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm just a really competitive person. But the thing about it is that I think that's a good thing. Because don't you want to win? Don't you want me to win? Because I want to win too. And the biggest, the way that we can both win is if you get on the phone right now while I'm here. If you get your 4 OKs while I'm here, that automatically qualifies you for the 4 fragrances, and we'll give you 2 of these instead of 1. But I'm in a big contest also. It just helps me out a lot. And for every name that you get, I get a gas card. And so who on here do you know that we can call that you know that would help you out? And I want them to pick the best name first because remember what I said about people liking praise? It's always a good thing. I want the best thing to be first because on the flip side of that, nobody likes rejection. That is also why I want them to do this in front of me while I'm doing it. Or while I'm here so that I can kind of coach what they're saying. Because if they ask the right way, it's always going to be a yes. And if they say it like this, it's going to be a yes. And if I can get you to do it one time, Caitlin, then you can do it as many times as you want to. If we don't get them to do it right now, they may or may not do it the next day. Okay? And when they may or may not do it the next day, we don't know how that sounds. And if they don't ask properly, if Shirley, if you get on the phone and say, hey man, you don't want to look at a vacuum cleaner demonstration or say it in a negative way, because you won't believe what people say sometimes. It's like, you can coach them all you want to, and they get on the phone and like, hey man, I know
for
you
3
probably don't
hours.
want to do this, or what, and it's like negative, 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 and it's like, whoa, where did you get that from? Because it's like, if it's in a negative way, you're probably going to get a negative response. But if it's in a positive way, they might not want to do it, just like you might not have wanted to do it, but because they asked the right way, you did it. And that's all I'm looking for. They might not want to do it, but they will. And that's all I'm looking for is the okay. We're not asking them to buy anything. We just want them to look at it. And so getting them to do it at this point is really crucial because we can police it. Number one, we got them. And that's confidence. Surely if I've got 4 green lights up front and the national average, and to be sure everybody in this room is at least average. We're all above average and we know that. But if we're doing this show and we've got 4 more, that's 5 chances. That's got to make us feel good and happy about what we're getting ready to show. Plus, at the end, if we're asking them to ask 8 people to save that $400, if we get 4 up front, instead of going from 0 to 8, we're halfway home. And so it helps you close out that sale at the end, too. Does that make sense? So getting the 4 green lights up front is really, really crucial. I want to know, who do you know that we can call right now? And I'm going to flip this paper over, and I'm going to get you to call. And I want it to be the mom. People, birds of a feather flock together too, you guys. If I'm in a really good home, and I know Shirley loved your home, she wants to show more people that you know because birds of a feather flock together. And good people send you to good people. And good people send you to good people. And so, who do you know right now that we can call, Jonathan? And we're going to pick that best person first, and you're going to get on your phone right now, and we're going to call from your cell phone because when your mom calls you from her cell phone, what do?
Answer.
You answer. Exactly. If a business calls or somebody that's unknown, what is the typical response? You know, remember I said the hardest part is getting in the home? When you get your customer to do the hard part for you, everything's easy. And you calling your mama, ding, 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 ding. Me calling your mama, See what I'm saying? So let's get you to call your mama in front of me so that I can help you, and it helps me too. And if you feel like I'm winning and you're winning, we're all on the same team. And if they feel like they're comfortable with us and they like us, and they know at this point, we get credit just for showing. Tell people that. I get credit just for being here. They're like, oh. And you can just see the relief come off of them because they're like, oh, I don't even have to buy anything.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now that I don't have to buy anything, and gosh, you gave me a vacation just for looking, and now I can get this, and my mom would love having one of these things. I would love having one of these for my son. He's got bad allergies. And all I've got to do is call them, and they don't have to buy anything either. Well, this is really not that bad. I'm thankful that you came. And it makes people at ease. And the hard part is very, very easy. Because when you call your mama, she's going to answer the phone. And when you get on the phone with somebody that loves you, somebody that cares about you, and somebody that thinks a lot of you, and you say, I need your help, will you please do me a favor? What is it? And what did I say? They might not want to, but they will. And the but they will is all I'm looking for. And you can see that in their face when that happens. And so guess what we're going to do again, Shirley? We're going to praise them and we're going to high five them because they just did a good job. And they got us what we wanted.
Exactly.
And we don't have to cold call somebody or we don't have to knock on somebody's door because you've just gotten me into the next room. And so I'm one of those dealers that I'm like, good job, Jonathan! I tell you what, get me another one, you can have that eucalyptus. Because everybody likes a deal. And everybody likes something extra. And everybody likes to win. And so if I'm getting excited because I'm going to win, I'm going to help you win this too. And so do you see how we're playing this game but we're on the same team? And it's just all the way good for everybody. And then get as many as you can and don't stop them. Try to get at least 4. When you get the okay, and you say, I need your help, do me a favor and look at the room and tell them they don't have to buy anything, They get a free vacation just for looking, and it helps me get my Rainmate that you really, really want. Can I count on you to be one of my names? And they say, okay, I'll do it. They're going to tell you, Caitlin, that I'm not going to buy anything, and if they tell you that, that's fine, because I told you up front. I'm always surprised when people don't buy, not when they do, but at the end of the day, I get credit just for being here, and this is your rainbow if you want it. But I get credit just for showing it. And so I'm thankful for your time, and I can't wait to show you this thing. Thank you for getting me into the next home, because I promise you, you at the end of this show are going to know why your mom sent me here. It means that somebody loves you. It's a big compliment to be put on this list. Thank you for your name. When you get the person on the phone, I like to go ahead and instant book that appointment. When you call your mom and you say, I need your help, do me a favor, and they say, what is it? And they agree to do it, I'll take the phone and I'll say, hey, Jonathan, this is Michelle, and I just want to thank you so much for helping Caitlin out today. I've gotten her really excited about a product that we got called a Rainmate, and it's just a room aromatizer. It makes everything smell good. We're going to give you the opportunity to get one also, but just for taking a look at the rainbow, for Caitlin, we're going to give her two because you said yes today. And they're $125 a piece, so it's a big thank you from her to you. And it'll be me coming, and I'm going to be in your area tomorrow night, or whatever your schedule is. I'm going to be in your, I don't like to set it too far in advance. Tomorrow night or Wednesday night. Would 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock be better for you? Give people an option. If you give them an option, they will usually choose one. If it's not a good time, they'll tell you when it is. But if you just say, when's good, people are procrastinators. And if you say, I've got 14 days, they're going to say, call me back next week. Call me back on that 14th day. And we're trying to get these 4 names done within the 14 days. Everybody can't wait till the 14th day. You know, but the sooner we get the show started, the sooner you get your stuff. So if we instant book that appointment right there in that home, number one, it's a contract kind of made between you and that person that you've asked, that you've agreed to do this, and now I've set the appointment up, and the appointment's hold better. It's a done deal. We're coming tomorrow night or the next night. Then we don't have to call in the names to marketing, which they're awesome at doing what they do. But you guys, when a business calls a home, a lot of times we're eating up a lot of days playing phone tag. Then we get in touch with them. Well, I got to ask my husband, call me back tomorrow. And it's just a lot of phone tag where if we take the initiative right then and right there, we can cut out a lot of that time. And it's taking control of our rainbow business too. It's taking this appointment and making it into another one for the next night. And the whole name of the game is the product sells. The product is never going to let you down. And that is an awesome thing. From day one of training, I want you guys to know that if you're going to sell something, sell the best. And we do. We do. When you go into somebody's home, it is very empowering to know that it is the best thing out there. There's nothing that comes even close, remotely close to it. And you can prove that to somebody, regardless of their age, beyond a shadow of a doubt. And that's awesome. It just has to be shown. It doesn't matter how good we are at showing it if we don't have a place to show. And this little buddy right here is a great tool to get us into the next home. So utilize that. The biggest thing is going into the home and establishing rapport, making sure they feel comfortable with us. Once they feel comfortable with us, really pitch this and make them want it. And make them want it so bad that they'll want to pay you $125 for it, and then show them how we can very easily do exactly what your friend did. When you say this is a referral sheet that I have made on you, that if you look up here, you're doing it for your mom, and all you have to do is exactly what she did. It's reassurance that my mom did this, so this is a good thing. Reassuring them that it's a compliment. It's a compliment to be put on this list. It means somebody loves you. It means something. I just think when I thought of cleanliness, I thought of you. What better compliment to give somebody? This is just one of the tools that we give away to get us into the next home, and it really takes the whole hard part about our job completely out. 4 people gets you this, okay? They got to be husband and wife, gainfully employed, buying their own home. If we go outside that box, make sure that they give us those names at the end. When they can make a better educated, this person is a good candidate still, even though they're outside of this box. And always put it back on us so that we're not offending people. Because, y'all, let's face it, half of the people in America don't fit inside that box. Okay? And I would hate to give back the money I have made off of very comfortably divorced single women, or comfortably divorced single men, or renters for that matter, or widows. They're everybody, and so when you say those things like everybody, and I truly believe with all my heart, everybody I just think they deserve to see a rainbow. And on the flip side of that, especially when you're on your 20 shows, you don't get credit for showing unless you're inside that box, and that's not to hurt you. It is to help you, because this is not $20. At the end of the night, it's $2,400. And a lot of times it does take 2 incomes. Not all the time does it, but a lot of times it does. But I'm going to tell you how it is. Even when it doesn't take 2 incomes, it's at a price point where most people don't spend that money without at least talking about it. And this machine comes with a show for a reason. If it didn't need a show, it would be on the shelf. Right? But it comes with a show for a reason, because we're different. And here's what I'm going to tell you. At the end of the night, I have never had somebody say, I don't like that, and I don't want that. The one that sees it is going to want it. And the one that doesn't see it is going to be like, dude, what? You lost your mind. And you're going to have to do the work again, which is double the work, double the show, to make them understand why, or we lost that sale. Because people don't normally, now there's always exceptions, but we're trying to not appeal to the exception. We want to appeal to the rule. And that's what this class is for. So staying in front of husband and wife gainfully employed buying their own home, or if we do go outside that box, have a backup just in case. And let's not take that name off the bat. Let's take it at the end when somebody can say, because when I say, Shirley, if you were to come here and show me this, and my parents were divorced, and they're not, but if they were, I would tell you at the end, Shirley, you have got to go show Debbie Walker. Because blah, 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 blah. You've got to go show Jackie Walker. I need, my brother, if it had been at that time when he was, Greg actually rented a condo and was single, but was a great candidate to take a look at the rainbow at that stage of his life. And I would have put down his name in a heartbeat and wanted you to go show my brother.
Well, the instance that I got last night was a single mom.
That's
she
right.
told the daughter, yeah, he can come Wednesday.
You can come Wednesday. I like to get my ones that are outside the box at the end, though, because at the end, the customer knows what it's about. They know how much it is. They know what it's about. They know they can make a better.
I see what you in deciding who to put on the list.
Because I think at the end of the day too, when you go to work, don't you expect to get paid? They do too. And if we go to work and we're outside that box, we might not get paid. And so if we're honest with people about that, but we say it in a non-offensive way, because we never want to offend somebody. And that's why I think the approach of, if you were to come to my house and show me this, when we put it on us, we can't offend ourselves. That's another reason why I like to stay in front of husbands and wives, because if you're in front of a husband and wife, it's very easy to say, I want somebody just like yourself. When you're in front of not that box, you're tipping on eggshells a little bit, because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
You do be careful not to swing, just like the lady I saw the other day, yesterday, the credit card. She had been set up.
Should we stop that?
Oh.
I think we've already.
She had been set up before by Charlotte or wherever, and they never would come because she was a widow. Okay,
And
she
see, I
paid.
hate